I take the floor today to inform the Senate, my colleagues, about how I intend to vote on the pending nomination of Supreme Court nominee Judge Sotomayor. I understand the path of least resistance for me personally would be to vote no. That's probably true anytime you're in a minority party and you lost the election, but I feel compelled to vote yes, and I feel that this is the right vote for me and, quite frankly, for the country in this case. I choose to vote for Judge Sotomayor because I believe she is well qualified. And we're talking about one of the most qualified nominees to be selected for the Supreme Court in decades. She has 17 years of judicial experience. 12 of those years, she was on the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. I've looked at her record closely. I believe that she follows precedent, that she has not been an activist judge in the sense that would make her disqualified, in my view, left of center reasoning, but within the mainstream. She has an outstanding background as a lawyer. She was a prosecutor for 4 years in New York, and her record of academic achievement is extraordinary. Coming up from tough circumstances, being raised by a single mother, going to Princeton, being picked as the top student there, doing an extraordinary job in law school, has a strong work ethic. That all mattered to me. And it's just not my view that her legal reasoning was within the mainstream. She received the ABA, American Bar Association's highest rating as well qualified. Her life story, as I indicated before, is something that every American should be proud of. And if her selection to the Supreme Court will inspire young women, particularly Latino women, to seek a career in the law, that is a good thing, and I hope it will. The wise Latino comment that's become now famous, that she believes more often than not that a wise Latino woman with her background and experience would reach a better conclusion than a white male. We had a long discussion about how that does not set well with most Americans, and that is not what we want to be expressed by people trying to become Supreme Court nominees. But having said that, do we want to exclude from consideration people with boldness, that are edgy? Do we want milquetoast nominees who are afraid to speak their mind and to disagree with their fellow citizens? I think not. Her speeches, while troubling, have to be looked at in terms of her record. And when you look at this 17-year record, you will find someone who has not carried out that speech. And I will take her at her word. She rejected this idea of picking winners and losers and was very mainstream in her understanding of the role of a judge, understood the difference between a policymaker and a judge. One last comment about Judge Sotomayor. She's 1 year older than I am. I grew up in the Deep South. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. And I lost my parents when I was in college and had a 13-year-old sister to raise. She grew up in the Bronx, came to this country from Puerto Rico. Her mother joined the Army. She lost her dad when she was very young. Her mother raised Judge Sotomayor and her brother under difficult circumstances. Her brother is a doctor. She has been able, Judge Sotomayor, to excel academically and reach the highest rung of America's legal system. And that, to me, is a hell of a story. Nobody in my family ever expected me to be a United States Senator, including myself. Only in America can these things happen. So I choose to vote for Judge Sotomayor, looking at her from the most optimistic perspective, understanding I could be wrong, but proud of the fact that my country is moving in the right direction when anybody and everybody can hit it out of the park. I would not have chosen her if I had made this choice as president, but I understand why President Obama did choose her, and I'm happy to vote for her.